What's going on, guys? Hey, Merry Christmas. It's that time of year and I'm out and about. I came across some mushrooms and I thought I'd share it with you. Yes, I'm finding edible mushrooms here in December. So if you're interested, stick around. Look at that. How beautiful that is. Look, there's another one right there. Look at that guy. That's fantastic. And up here. Oh yeah, baby. And it just keeps going. I don't know how I'm gonna get to those. Beautiful oyster mushrooms. That's fantastic. Let's back up here a little bit so we can see. And a bunch of little ones popping out there on the side. I don't know if you can see those over there. How awesome is that? Now, when it comes to the oyster mushroom, I mean, you can find it really throughout the winter months. However, you know, the conditions have got to be right. And that's exactly what we've had so far. It's been pretty mild. We actually haven't had any snow or anything like that. In fact, last week it was, I want to say close to 60 degrees and low 40s or 40 at night. So the conditions have been perfect for like a fall type of mushroom. So you can find these guys as long as the conditions are right throughout the winter months. But these are awesome. Look at those guys. How fantastic is that? Pilotus austratus. Very cool mushroom. Now I am going to try to harvest these. I don't know about those right up there because they are over the water. And the last thing I want to do is get wet. And so I'm going to try to cut them loose and film at the same time, which who knows? Who knows how this is going to go, but let's give it a shot. Let's see. Now, last night it did get really cold. These guys are kind of hard. It's almost as if they are frozen inside because they're typically not that way. So let's see if I can use that to my advantage and get in here and cut these loose. Man, can't really see. Let's stop right there. We'll pull them off. Awesome. Okay, so that's the spot I just cut them from. And if we look at the mushroom, you can clearly see it has no stem, no stipe, right? Sometimes there'll be a little bit of a nub, you know, right down here, but clearly not. The gills will run directly from the edge of the cap all the way down. See that? And the color of it, these fall oysters or winter oysters, kind of have that dark brownish look to them. Really cool mushroom though, super cool. And they have a wonderful smell. Well, actually it's a smell that is unlike any other mushroom. All right, so let's give these guys a quick sniff test. And that smells fantastic. Oyster mushrooms, I don't think there's any other mushrooms that really smell like oysters. I mean, that's wonderful. And once you come across a flush and, you know, you give it a sniff test, you'll have that smell. And, you know, it's very distinctive. So just another way to identify this mushroom. Fantastic. That's awesome. Let's get some more. No! I lost one. Well, that's what I get for trying to film it, and that sucks. Oh well. Maybe I can get a few more of these, but I think I'm gonna leave these guys up here because that, you know, I might wind up being that. I'll wind up in the water if not. So let me collect the rest of these. Look at those. That's beautiful. Now, I just took these guys off the top up there, right up there. I was able to do it. And see how they grow in clusters? I mean, that really is another key identifying feature. You can see how they grow in clusters. Look at that. Awesome. And again, no stipe, but look right here, right in there. That's this one right here. Looks like a little nub right in there, right? So if they do, it's not much of a stipe or stem, stalk, whatever you want to call it. It's not much of one. Usually they just kind of run right on down. The gills do. Awesome. Beautiful. I'll put these right here. I don't think there's any more. I'll need to clean those up. I've still got a little bark on there. I think we'll leave the rest. I can see a few more, you know, right in there. And I think there's another one right on up. But yeah, that'll do. Now, I should also say there's other mushrooms as well that will fruit at this time of year. In fact, a lot of you have left comments. Some of you have emailed me and even texted me pictures of these guys. So the comb tooth, that's one. Lion's mane, oyster mushrooms, obviously, we've got that going on right here. So when you're out and about in the winter months and it's been mild or you know, hasn't been too extremely cold, look out for these choice edibles because they are fantastic. And a lot of them have wonderful medicinal value. So let's go cook these guys up. All right, I made it back to the house, but I did want to show you guys. All right, these are the ones we harvested by the river, the ones in the hat. And by the way, that is my mushroom bag. I didn't have it with me, so I have, you know, you got to improvise. But this, if you remember my last video where the oysters were flushing off right here in my yard off of this old tulip poplar. And just thought I'd show you real quick. You can clearly see that's what's going on. And these little guys here, believe it or not, even though they're kind of orangey looking, these are some of the younger oysters right here that were flushing and got burnt pretty hard because, like I said, last night was a super hard freeze. These guys are hard too. They've just been frozen. They just froze. So I'm just going to let those go, let them do their thing, and we'll cook these guys up. Okay, so I mentioned that these guys are growing on a tulip poplar, and yes, they are. This is one that I cut down a couple years ago. And, you know, it has wildly been inoculated, I should say, I guess, because I did not inoculate this stump. You know, it just happened naturally, which is really cool. I love that. But the substrate it was growing on back at the river was a hardwood of some type. I don't really know exactly which hardwood it was. I wasn't paying that much attention. But anyway, you can find them on hardwoods. That's where I primarily find them is, you know, on oaks, red oaks, white oaks. Really any kind of hardwood will work. All right, so let's take these bad boys up to the house and cook them up. Okay, well, I left them in the refrigerator too long. It's been, what, 3 days now, and I just pulled them out. I was going to cook them up. No, we're not going to cook them up. They went bad on me, so anyway, no video on cooking them or cleaning them or anything like that. But hey, if you want to see something like that, I've got plenty of videos where I've cleaned oyster mushrooms and cook them up. So you can click on the link above. I'll try to leave a link there, or I'll definitely leave one in the description box. But hey, thanks for spending your time with me. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I'll talk to you.